Hello, everybody. How are you guys? I see we got quite a few people in chat already. Yeah, so I've been uh I got the Apex in the mail and I was allowed to show you guys because of course it's going to be dropping very soon. Very soon. So that means that I'm allowed to give you guys a sneak peek. And so I brought them with me and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of the stuff. Now, mind you, Georgia Jim did do a video of the Apex as well. I just saw that right before I hopped on here. He does have a video about it. So if you guys want to check that out as well, but I'm going to put them up here. We're going to take a look. And then if you guys have any questions that I'm able to answer, I will answer them for you. I do not know exactly what day. Yeah, Leisure saying, I'm assuming the 12th day of Christmas. That would be really cool, actually. I never thought of that, but that would be cool if they did that. That might very well be. So let me go ahead and put them up here and we can take a look. I don't like this layout. Give me a moment. Of course, this gotta do this for us. Why in the world does this mess with me so bad? What's our normal layout, guys? I can never remember. Yeah, no, we don't want a circle. We don't want this. It just figures it would be a shit show, right, when I'm trying to show you guys. I wanted to make them a little bit bigger, but this will do. All right, so actually I'll take myself off of here altogether. You don't need to see me for this. Let's put this big screen. Solo layout. Okay, so this is actually only a couple of sets. There's going to be 20 of them altogether. Okay, some of the profiles are going to be profiles you guys have seen before, but they got a whole bunch of new profiles going, which is really cool. I'm really impressed with some of them. So I'm going to take a tour of the different profiles and stuff. This is called a Synapse case, and it's about the size. Let me see where my phone's at. I don't know. I have another phone here, but this is about, like you guys can tell, this is about the size of a cell phone, this little piece here, there's going to be things that come out that this is going to clip onto. And so it'll be like maybe a backpack strap. You can clip it on that and kind of turn it, put it on a belt, things like that. So that will be coming, after they get it up and running, they'll be having different things like that. And then you kind of open it like this. And I absolutely love the tensioning right here, how they hold the tensioners. All magnetic. These ones are, I believe they call it kinetic because they just kind of stick in place. You just set them in here and they kind of stick in place. And this is for the Ergo set. As you can see, the Ergo set's up here, but the rest of these guys just stick with all magnets, which I really like. Let me get it back in here. So the first time I've ever even touched these ones, but yeah, so the rest are stuck on by little magnets, and you can push down on them to pick each one up, or you got your whole set over here. Now these magnets are strong. These are pretty strong magnets, so you got to tug on them here. But yeah, I'm loving the whole setup with the magnets. And for the picks, you just kind of pop your finger down there and grab a hold of them, which I freaking love. I freaking love it. Absolutely in love. So let me see if I have, let's see, we've got all kind of different profiles. Let me see if I can get you guys up close. Now what's going to happen is you're going to be able to stack these. Okay, so there's going to be, what is it going to be? I guess 4 sets of 5, because there's going to be 20 total profiles. You're going to be able to stack them in here. So basically, as you stack them in, you're going to just have, this part's going to be a little bit fatter. So you're going to just have a fatter case, but it's still going to be around the size. Yeah, here we go. Like this is an older phone, but around the size of a cell phone. It's pretty freaking cool. All right. So now let me put this aside. Let me show you the different profiles. So you've got like these are kind of like the hook profiles right now. You guys, I don't know if you guys have seen, I've been using a couple of the hooks in the 25,000s. They're going to be different colored because of the sizes. So these are 25 thousandths. These are 20 thousandths. All right. So we won't need any kind of markers or anything like that on them to see the different sizes. And I'm not real sure on all the other hook profiles as of yet, but as you can see, we've got kind of like, we've got a gem profile here at the end there. Got a gem. Now, this is a hook, but you can see, let me see if I can pull it up for you guys to see the different, like how it comes out. You see that little cutout down here on the hook itself? That actually allows for a like a deeper reach. So it doesn't add like length to the hook, but since it's cut out here, you can actually reach pretty deep in there with this hook. Right. Then you've got the gentle reach. We've got the gentle reach here. We've got, I can't remember what these are called, a deforest. Is this a deforest diamond? Let me pull it up closer. Deforest. Pretty impressive with a different, and then kind of like a, I think this is this one of the ones out of the McTickler? Let me see. Or the Reaper set. Yeah, this is a low profile from the Reaper set, I think. Just a low profile hook. All right. I'm excited we've got the gem now. We're waiting on a gem, right? Yeah, Reach Diamond or Deforest Diamond. Do the 25 thou come with thicker tensioners? The tensioners are all different thicknesses, right? I don't know. Did I freaking lose one? Where did it hop off to, guys? All right. There's, you guys see this, right? I'm missing one. Or did it go on top of the other one? I don't know. How did this happen? This was completely full. Whatever. It's probably over here. I probably used it. Maybe I did. Yeah, I might have been using it when I was picking. I thought maybe I lost it. So the tensioners are all different sizes already. And yeah, I did lose it. Whatever. So I'm not sure what you mean, dude. The tensioners are all the different thicknesses, you know? So they are already all different thicknesses. But you can also, this side here that doesn't really have any cutouts or anything, you can put whatever tensioners you want over here. So if you've got like a favorite set that isn't these, you know, you can put whatever set you want over here. So it's kind of like a free for all there. This isn't in right. I put this in wrong. Got it all messed up. Yeah, there we go. All right. I'm ridiculous. All right, so there you have the hooks. Now we've got other hooks over here as well. We've got, if you guys can see, we got the, I'll take them out one by one. The McTickler. These are going to come in 20 and 25 thousandths, all of them. You've got a double McTickler. That's right. That's right. Standard 30, 40, and 50. The thicker sizes. Oh, no, they're going to be just the 30, 40, 50. Yeah. All right. Then you've got the kind of double rake. And this is one of my favorite rakes. I love the double. Yeah, the handles are, what do they call that? Yeah, they're very hard. They're like the Jimmy Longs and the injection mold. Yeah, injection mold. They're that injection mold. And they've got these little grippy kind of lines down here to help you. It's a grip. I think normal people, what do you guys use the side of your finger like this? I use the side of my finger like this, so I pick differently, but you guys do that. But yeah, it has the grip on it. And I'm digging the different colors, right? Because then you can just grab whichever one you're looking for and you know what thickness it is. So I'm really liking that. All right, then we've got a low profile hook with a triple peak on the back. So you can use it both ways. And this is the dimple rake. You guys, I don't know if you guys have seen this. This comes in a set that we've already seen. All right, and this is Evo 3 and 4. 1 and 2 are coming. And I believe 1 and 2 will be coming out first. So this is 3 and 4. Again, there's going to be 20 profiles. And let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if these rakes are going to be in. I imagine they probably will because they weren't in the 3 and 4. They might be in the 1 and 2, but you know, these are just like to show you the different colors. These profiles I'm not sure about. These were just you know, these are the ones I've been using just to kind of test them, see how I like them, etc. And yeah, I freaking love them. I love them. Absolutely love them. Let's see. 20 profiles and sets of 5s, both in 20,000s and 25,000s. I said that. 25s will be black. These will be the kind of army green. And I think eventually there's going to be the 15,000s and they're going to be in a gray. But I'm not really sure when, because here's the thing about 15,000s. Not many of us need them. And new people break them. They think they're going to get them and, you know, they think they're going to use them and then they break them and just like get mad because their picks break. So it kind of sucks to make, you know, 15,000s. But we've got the 25 and the 20s and I really love this. This too, guys, when you need a pick. It's kind of fidgety as well, you know, if you like the fidget. Loving it. The new tensioners from the Reaper are in the Reaper set. Unfortunately, they're not in this set. And that's probably what I will end up putting in this side right here. Well, but I like these tensioners too, so I'm not really good at this. What am I doing wrong? I'm just really dumb. Okay. But yeah, the new tensioners from the Reaper set right now are only available in the Reaper set. So you've got to kind of wait and you've got to wait for them to go. They might go, you know, by themselves eventually. But for right now, there we go. For right now, they're just going to be in the Reaper set. You've got to get the Reapers if you want the tensioners. But honestly, the Reaper set is an absolutely amazing set. I mean, that Reaper set, you know, it's worth every penny. And it's just to get the tensioners. I don't know. But yeah, they'll eventually probably be sold alone. But not right now. I mean, they got other things they're doing right now. So they're kind of, you know, but let me set all the profiles here so you guys can see them. I don't know if you can even really see them on here. Or if I have a piece of paper, I can put them on. Oh, here we go. I'm going to look through the questions in a second here, guys. Sorry. I just wanted to get the show and tell part out of the way. You guys could see all the different profiles. There, that's better, huh? Yeah, now you can see that. You don't really need to see the dimple rake, but I'm really loving the profiles on this, guys. A lot. These are all very useful. I like that they've got the gem now. All the different hooks. And I like the idea with the deep hook where they just kind of cut out a kind of notch down here so that, you know, so that you can actually reach further. But there will be a deep hook as well. There will be a deep hook, everybody. So that is, you know, probably going to be in Evo 1 or 2. So now let me see what you guys asked me. All right, here we go. Well, welcome, everyone. I know Doc Mackin was first, then P-Dubs is here. Hello, Hike of Life Jeff. Hello, Doc and Yabo and Lockpicking Poet, McD Poor and Colt. Hello, Jeff Bradford. Let me put some of these comments up. Ready to order. Yes. I know you guys are gonna love these. Let's see. You will have all the money I have. Welcome, journalistic and Lock Leisure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about what you wouldn't like about the case. I mean, what? It's meant to be different, you know. It's gonna be the size of a cell phone. Be able to hook it on things. None of your shit falls out. They also have drop tested this sucker, and my channel members know from some of the videos in the back there that you know, CI definitely tests out their equipment. So they throw things around a lot and test them and all that. So it's been drop tested and all that. I mean, this stuff stays in place. You know, you're not going to lose your stuff when it's in here. Like I said, when it stacks, it's just going to get taller and taller, you know, and so it'll be just kind of thicker. You can also decide if you don't want to take something or want to take something, whatever, you know. But I like the stacks. I like that it's a hard case. I like that it's going to be able to clip on stuff. You know, it's different. It's different. It's definitely different. It's not what we're used to. But I think that's what makes it pretty cool, to be honest. Hi all. When's the lady going live? Right now, Luce. Hi, Luce. Tiwa not good. And who else do we got? Snake is here. Hello, Snake. Only using the Reaper set to pick stuff. All right. And I don't know what happened here. Let's see. My comments this comment's kind of cut off, so I couldn't read the whole thing. I can tell the third spring has a weak spot in the two curl. Not sure. All right, let's see who else is here. Lock Dude, I said hello, I think. And Grouchy Lenny, Carl, welcome. Lock Junkies here. What is up? And yet, hi. Lockpicking Pastor. Wolfgang is here. Hello. Fail at storing your picks and tensioners. Yeah, some people don't really care for the, you know, for the leather. But, you know, honestly, the cases like that, the soft cases are pretty much all I've ever seen so far. You know, this is the first hard case I've seen for picks. So, I mean, I think it's pretty sweet. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, they're all in there. You can toss it, roll it, whatever, and they all stay in place. I mean, it's really, really, it's really nice. I'm really more, I think I don't know, I'm kind of more excited about, I'm excited about both, but I'm excited about the tensioners, how they are in here, because I'm real friggin' sick of doing the whole tensioner dance every time I want a freaking tensioner, you know, every single time I'm going through there, you know, dig through there, can't find the size I need, or I think I do and it's not the right one, or, you know, I'm so sick of it. And then when I try to pull like these ones out of the case, they all come out. They all just come flying out, and then I end up having to put half of them back. You know, it's just the whole tensioner dance is annoying as hell. And so this is what's up, seriously. And to have it, you know, drop tested and things like that is very impressive that they don't go flying. So really loving it. Really loving it. And like I said, I'm excited. I haven't tested all these profiles out yet, but I'm going to. I am going to. 8 tensioners on my desk right now, none of them color coded. Yeah, it's annoying. They just, you know, you try to get one out and you have to get them all out because they all come out anyway. It's so stupid. Have to fumble through all of them. Yes. Yes. You can tighten the rivet on the riv pick. Can you theoretically tighten the rivet on the riv pick? Oh, I don't know. I would think so. Can't you tighten it, guys? I think you can, because let's see. Oh, on the riv pick, that little rivet. I'm not sure. But I'm not sure. Let's see what these guys say. Anybody in chat? Can we tighten the rivet on the riv pick? Doc getting up to go pick locks. Thank you, John. Thank you for hopping on. Don't forget to hit that like on your way out. And of course, make sure your notifications are set to all because you don't want to miss any single thing that I do over here. Okay. Okay. No, you cannot. Okay. You got it last week. You know what? Shoot them an email. Shoot them an email and let them know. Yeah, Yanyet said his is tight, so it must just be like a fluke or something. But they're very cool about they don't they don't let things go like that, and they're very cool with their customer service, and they'll help you out right away. Thank you, John. Thank you. Use the low strength what? What's that? Your Loctite. Loctite. Get yourself purple Loctite. Okay. Yeah, maybe try that out. Or like I said, just their customer service is top notch for sure. For sure. But I would still get that Loctite because that shiz works on a lot of stuff. Yeah, you should, Snake. You should make a video about that. 100%. I'm excited about the double McTickler and the McTickler. And I like that they've got this one that has the rake and the pick. So it kind of basically a 2-in-1, which is really smart. Again, this rake profile is probably my favorite, but I don't do a lot of raking, but this double rake is my favorite because I can single pin pick with this a lot of times. You shouldn't, but I have. And I guess I could theoretically flip it upside down like this one here and pick with it if I had to. But yeah, I definitely love this one. And I don't know. I just love the whole thing. I love the case. It's definitely different. It's something different. The tensioner part is probably, I want to say my favorite, but it's all my favorite, to be honest. I love how you just press on the picks to get them out, And you can also, you don't have to keep them all in the same places they were. You can set it up however you want them. If you just want one like with only long hooks or short hooks or all your favorite rakes or whatever, you can put them wherever you want. But come on, son, I love this. And you don't have to pull them out like that. You can, I guess you can, just grab them nicely or whatever. But I like doing it, and I think that's how you're supposed to get them out. But yeah, and even the stacks. I mean, even these stacks. And as you can see, this is going to be on the back of each of the stacks. So very, very happy. I don't know if I'm going to be opening the stream up for, I might do that a little bit later towards the end. Snake, you're welcome to pop in. When I do that, I'll let you know. I'll send you a link when I do that. P-Dubs is going to be hopping in a few minutes here. Let's see. Doc wants to know how to get a Medico open. Yeah, so if anybody has any more questions on these, I would gladly answer. If not, I'm going to go ahead and just start picking some locks and hanging out and whatever. But I really wanted to kind of showcase this for you guys, give you a sneak peek and a chance to ask any questions you might have. Don't know what they would be. I'm so in love with this. And I think you guys are going to freak out when you get them. I mean, this shit's crazy. Like, I don't know how they think of this stuff. I really don't. It's just that I've only been picking, for 2 years, right? I've only been picking myself here for 2 years. And I gotta say, in the 2 years I've been here, nothing has ever changed. I mean, you got your picks, you got your, regular old leather cases or your, material cases, whatever, your trifolds, your, rolls, whatever, and you got your picks. I mean, there's really not much room for change either. I mean, you don't need anything to really change. A pick is a pick. It opens your lock. It's whatever, but it's kind of cool that they come up with things like the graph pick and things like that. Just, it's fun. It's shit that's extra, it's a little bit extra, but it's fun. And then, coming up with like the hard case, like how did they even friggin' think of this? It's like, it's always been the same stuff. And then it's like, now they got some cool stuff. I'm digging the magnets. I think it's a great idea. I love how they come out. I love that you can stack them. I love the friggin' size of this. Because guess what? You can hook it on whatever. Eventually you'll be able to hook it onto things. I'm sure they'll probably get some cool ones of these that you can get that are like, for certain things, just like, what do you call that? Custom ones or whatever the hell. So you can get that kind of stuff. I'm sure that'll be something cool coming out, and, but just the color coded handles. Like, I love that. Instead of them being all the same color, now we have different ones. I like I like the kind of, army theme or whatever, like the army colors. Like, I like the colors, I really think it's cool. And even on the picks, I mean, McNally figures shit out that you never knew you needed till you get a hold of it, and you're like, oh damn, so it's pretty nice that they can come up with new things. There's never been, since I've been here, it's all the same, so it's like, I'm happy to see something new myself. And I like to buy this stuff. I might not need it, but I sure as hell want it, and I sure as hell buy it. And, I love this kind of stuff. So very exciting. And some of the details on the handles and things like that. But yes, I'm having some troubles myself logging into YouTube over here, which I don't know why. Oh, I bet you it was because my phone died and my tablet wouldn't.
No, it's because we're bad mouthing it. Yeah, I always clocked you, Lady Locks.
That's true. That is true. Yes, do this.
Yes, LPL rocked up at a time when a conversation was veering from Hang on, puppy.
Yeah, girl, listen, you just get what you get when you get over here. Welcome, LPL. How are you?
Hey, folks, how you doing?
Oh, you sound like you got a cold.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a cold.
Oh,
Seeing if I
sorry
can
to hear
find some
that.
of these picks. Hold on a moment.
Okay. You're fine. You're fine.
Let's see what we got. We got some of these. Nah.
Yeah, we've gone over so many subjects on our live. What happens on the lives here is we start out strong out the gate. I mean, strong. We start out so strong. It's so good. And then
It's all about the locks.
then we just get picking, and it's like we veer off of topics while we're picking locks and get into all kind of crazy stuff.
So, let me tell you what we got right here.
My Christmas present. Oh my god.
This is a pile of rejected prototypes going back over a year.
That's a lot.
Every one is a different version. Some were even down to production molds that we trashed the entire mold because of quality or production issues.
Right.
But
wow.
For instance, you can see at one point we actually changed the entire design here.
Oh yeah.
But all of this stuff is in the past. And we are really, really close to getting these things out the door. There's been, so many little issues, either because there was unacceptable levels of flashing, or at one point we cut some of the inserts incorrectly. But I think we're really close to having something that we're proud to put our names on.
I'm so impressed with these. I just absolutely love them. You know, like we were saying, there's really nothing. What can you change about a lockpick? It opens, if it opens a lock, it works. It's good, but like a lot of people, there's nothing out there. Like everything's same.
Yeah.
It's like, this is cool. It's like a cool new hard case. Come on, where's that? I haven't seen that yet. I mean, maybe there are some out there. No, I don't know, but I've never seen it. Like
I've never seen anything like that. And honestly, one of the, I think, most fun parts about it is just the fidget ability of this thing. Yeah. Like you can do this for hours.
Yeah. I didn't think I was going to, I'm going to tell you. And then I sat here for like an hour just clicking them going, look, guys, you can do this. They're like, we saw you, asshole. Stop it. I'm like, no, look.
Yeah.
It's very fidgety, It's like you want to keep doing it. You're just like.
Well, yeah, there's no rule saying this can't be fun when we go through it.
Yes, exactly. I keep pressing that point. Like Mall Ninja, I said, like, we were just trying to define, like, tell me exactly what the hell is Mall Ninja? We've been trying to define Mall Ninja because people say Mall Ninja, and I'm just like, listen, I've got a lockpick. I literally just showed a video where I picked the Asus 700. There was 4 Christmas trees in that lock, meaning it was the hardest one that I could find. And
I saw that. With one of these guys.
Yeah. I was like, dude, okay, if that's Mall Ninja, then I'm Mall Ninja all day. Like,
but this is, tell the truth, how fun is this though?
That's what I said. Like, I said, look, if I'm gonna have fun with it, literally, like, who cares? Like, what does anybody care? If it's fun, if it didn't work and it was fun, it would just be okay, it's fun. But like, I can use it and it's fun. So I really don't care what anybody says. I like it. I don't think it's Mall Ninja. If it was shitty quality and it didn't work, then yeah, we could classify that as Mall Ninja. But I just showed it works, Yeah.
And I think wrong. The comb, the butterfly comb that's coming out. Well, I guess we released our first batch. What do you mean coming out? But we don't have that in large well, we don't have enough to meet demand yet, but we will. We're working on it.
Yeah. That's what we were saying, that somebody was saying they can't wait because would they say something with Peterson quality, and then Jimmy Longs keep having like running out of stock and then like having to restock, and they were just going to be excited to have something that they don't think's going to go out of stock, and I said, like, even the graph pick did go out of stock for like 10 minutes, but that was it. Like, it was back in stock and there's not been anything else about like a problem, so I don't ever remember anything being out of stock that, that's in demand like that. So it's like, you guys don't really go out of stock like that. And people are excited for that because they know they can get it,
Yeah. I think we're going to have probably a couple months of stock issues. And that's kind of been the case with everything we released.
Yeah.
And we try not to, but right now we want to release stuff when, people are looking for things at the end of the year. And we're trying to get it out. Normally we'd build maybe a little more stock up before we did the official release, but
right. And that's the thing, you have to kind of weigh it on the fact that, do people want it enough that they don't mind if you're out of stock for a little bit, so at least some people can get it, or should everybody wait like 7 months? Like, no, we're just going to give you what we got, and like, we want some people to at least get it. It's not that long of a time that there's, like you said, there's only a little bit of issues and then it's done. Like, everything's there, people can get it,
Yeah. Let me show you how nitpicky we are on this thing. This is the latest issue, and it's the reason why these haven't been released yet. Just a couple of the profiles were apparently we cut out on the inside rather than the outside of the line or something like that. And it just got, maybe 10, 15 thousandths of an inch, a little bit too wide by profile.
Yeah.
And we looked at it and we were like, this is not perfect. This isn't something that we're going to put our name on. And so we literally recut them all, every single one of them.
Wow.
Many, many thousands of these things.
That's just very respectable, I mean, to be honest, like, you could have just been like, you know what, here you go.
We could have hit send on it. And honestly, I mean, this is why I have, literally so many just sitting here right now is, I wanted to kind of QC large batches of them. Like, was this a limited mistake? Is this something where we can find the problem ones? And, it doesn't seem like a huge issue, but to a real picker, it is.
Right.
And that's, if we're not making them for that, what's the point of these things?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think that's pretty, respectable. You could have just been like, oh, wow, like, we'll fix the next ones or whatever, but you didn't do that. And,
and that's where we've been for so long. There was this certain, we've never done injection molded before. So, we were running into little issues like initially we just had one hole to hold the piece on the inside of the mold. And it turns out that these pieces could interlock in the finishing process, and they would bend and put tiny little nicks on the corners. And it's something that I'd say 95% of the people wouldn't notice or care about.
Yeah.
But we did. So we literally went from, this is a completed, really expensive mold. I mean, even down to the point where we had it textured. And we decided, you know what? If we're not going to do it right, we're not going to do it. And that's why we went to this different design.
Yeah, I really like this too.
Which on the inside doesn't have any holes for it to be kind of snagged up with other pieces during the finishing process.
Yeah, somebody was asking about the two little holes on there, and somebody answered that, and I can't remember what they said.
Yeah, you need at least
It was like,
this plastic. It's actually I forget what it is. I think 35% glass
oh,
fiber. So if you go like this, like it's kind of a really cool sound because it almost is like sounds like maybe a metal a little bit.
oh yeah.
I don't know if it sounds like that to you, but it certainly doesn't sound like a plastic. And that's because it has an incredible amount of glass fiber filling, which means it has to be shot in at, I forget the number, but it's hundreds of PSI.
Wow.
And it's really abrasive to the mold. So it means we need super expensive molds that can handle that, ultra abrasive shot
Yeah.
of 30% glass fiber. And then, it's not going to have the same lifespan as if we use cheaper material.
Right.
But we wanted something, engineering wise, this type of material is used to replace aluminum when it's in low heat application. So it's a super, super strong material. There's going to be no issues with transmitting feedback through something this
Oh
rigid.
no, there isn't. Oh, I was even P-Dubs asked me like, is it bending? Can you bend it? Like, I was like, no, I can't even bend it. Like, they're very rigid.
Yeah, I mean, this is a plastic, like a
wild.
normal plastic.
Yeah.
Okay, this,
Right.
like, it's strong. Like, this is what you'd expect from plastic.
Yeah.
This is on a different level.
They're very impressive. They're very
I was actually
impressive.
just looking to bend this. I didn't expect to break it. Oops.
You had some aggressions. It's okay.
No, we went through a process just to find.
I mean, it was a
and
learning process.
get
You didn't do this before, it's like you guys
No.
didn't do this. Has not been done. None of this. The hard case, all this stuff, like none of it. The magnets, the whole deal. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. You guys had to go from like baby to grown up, start to finish. Like you started out with this little idea that turned into this huge thing, and it takes a lot. I mean, you guys killed it though. This is amazing.
This
Like
is
I'm
another
so
issue.
impressed.
Look at like this. It looks like it would be fine. Obviously, we don't have the magnets in this one yet, but it just had an ever so slight bend in it. I doubt you can even see it. But we looked at it. It wasn't right. Rejected it right out of hand. And by the way, this is made out of an ultra hard plastic as well.
I was going to say,
high
it's
content.
not the same, right? This isn't the same as the picks are made out of. It's different material, or
I
is
think
it the
it's
same?
a slightly less. There might be maybe it's a 20% glass fill on this.
Okay.
It wasn't something that needed to be quite that strong, just because of the texture, because of the shape of this. It's a very strong shape anyway.
Okay.
And as far as plastics go, if you just start adding a ton of glass to it, the side effect is it gets heavy.
Yeah.
And so it started to feel like a brick.
I guess, and plus when you add everything to it, yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, but kind of once you kind of snapped everything together, it became a little heavier than the experience we were looking for. But
So cool.
Yeah.
Look at that guy. That's freaking so cool. Oh my god.
And
I love that.
There'll clearly be more profiles and more thicknesses coming out in the future. Obviously, we'll add some 15 thousandths, but our focus was on the more useful stuff to start with.
I like the 20s. That's my favorite to work with normally.
Yeah, I think me too. Although honestly, for so many locks, it's just not necessary. And there is a significant, feedback difference between, you wouldn't think it, just 5/1000ths of an inch thinner.
Oh no,
But
P Dubs literally said that earlier. She was like, this, the thinner you get, the difference is
yeah,
definitely there. We were talking about like full tang versus half tang, and just, the difference in feedback and the thickness of the picks, and things like that. And I'm kidding because I'm doing a lock sport myth busting video, and I have like, silly things, just bidding, like the bidding of the key, just things like that. And I said, oh crap, I should have put like full tang versus half tang in there, because like, and at least to me, I cannot tell you a difference. Like, I mean, of course, that's on the picks I've used. I've not used all kind of different picks with like crazy wooden handles or made out of different things. So I don't know the case for
look
that.
at this.
But
The just bendability, like that's just like, you can bend this. Are you telling me that it makes a difference when you're talking about essentially an aluminum replacement material?
yeah.
The fact that you have something that goes like this on the inside, get out of here.
Yeah.
No, I guarantee no one would be able to tell the difference.
I just,
especially when you have such a rigid material like this.
Yeah, that's exactly our sentiments earlier. I'm glad that you second that. Yeah, I kind of was wondering, because like I said, we all do feel things differently. I understand, some of us actually pick up on different types of feedback when we're picking. Like, we have the general idea of what we're looking for, but some people pick up on like, a tick where somebody picks up on a tack, just the slightest things, and we all have different hands. We all like feel different things and things like that. But so for the most part, like I was like, I can't really tell the difference, but I do have a slightly kind of dull, like my nerves and my hands are kind of dull a little bit. So I do have like kind of don't feel some of the things that other people might feel. I don't know. We all feel different things, but I definitely only feel things at the tip and the front of the pick. Like I don't feel things down my hand.
In a couple of places, this is obviously the biggest one right here through this finger. Which is why I like, thicker bars if possible. But when it comes through the pick, the feedback comes through this finger that I've plastered to the front of the lock as I pick, and is right up against the metal of the pick. That's where all the feedback comes through for me. That's just, I don't know, who's getting feedback back here, but it ain't me.
Yeah, I don't really notice. I don't really notice anything back there. But like I said, people all different. But I mean, I think maybe it's just one of those things, because I feel like some of the stuff that we talk about on YouTube, and people who are starting out picking, that's where they, at least some of them, kind of start learning things from. They're watching videos. So when I'm doing a video and I'm saying like, here's the lock and check out the bidding of this key, like, look how wild that is, oh my gosh, like whatever, and then I start picking, the people who are watching are going, oh, the bidding of the key, oh, like there's a point, everybody's saying the bidding of the key, that must be something, and then they go on the subreddit and other people are going, check out the bidding of this key on this pack lock, it's so hard, it's gonna be crazy. And then they go, oh, that must, so they kind of start thinking that, and they just.
But do they spell it with a T or T's or D's?
I think I spell mine with a T. I spell bitting, I say.
Yeah,
but I've seen
that's
bidding.
what it is. And
yeah, I've seen the D.
I think, maybe it's my fault for not being clear with my consonants, but it seems like there's a lot of people who are going on eBay and bidding on keys.
Yeah, but they're like the bidding, and I'm like, I can't, on a lot of things, I'm like, I can't tell. And then I started really, like, I really put a lot of thought behind this, because I'm like, I don't want to just say to people like the bidding doesn't matter, like, come on, get out, like, but I thought about it and I'm like, okay, so I think a lot of things have to converge at once for the bidding to matter. There's quite a few things that have to go on in order for it to matter. So like on certain locks, you're just never gonna really, it's not gonna really matter that much unless it could every once in a while, but for the most part, like, it's all those things aren't going to converge. Like, you got a wide open keyway, so even if the bidding is a little bit up and down, you can still fit your pick around everything, and you can get a longer hook if need be, and this and that. So it's not going to matter. But like, the whole point was there was like, I was saying it was like myth busting, and when we started talking today about the what do you call it? the tangs of the picks, and I was like, oh, I might have to pull that video, redo it, and add that, because like, but yeah, that bidding thing, that was driving me nuts for like 2 weeks now. I'm on the subreddit, and I swear to you, like, I think I grabbed like 6 pictures in one sitting, just on the from the subreddit, from people going, the bidding of the key of this pack log. And I'm going, what the hell? Every pack log on the freaking subreddit, the bidding was like, it was somebody made a point to say, check it out. And I'm going, this is gonna keep happening because everybody's gonna see that, and then it's gonna like snowball. And I was like, I gotta put out a video just because it was like a pet peeve or something. I was just getting driven nuts by it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a pack lock. There's like this much room in there. You don't have to worry about it. Like,
so, when you've got like a little keyway like this, bidding can turn into a problem. But if you're on something like this, I don't know if you can see, it's a KW.
It's pretty big.
Not so
you
much.
Got some room. You can fit. I think the problem's lying in the fact that a lot of people aren't recognizing the feedback at first of, I need a longer hook. I think that feedback is kind of getting like, they're not sure what that is at first. And so, yes, then I can see them saying, oh, wow, yeah, this is hard for me. And the bidding happens to be crazy, but they're thinking it's because of the bidding and not because of the hook, where it's just like the hook's the problem.
Well, it's interesting because this KW keyway I just showed you has this bidding.
Oh, wow.
Which, if you pick off of the ledge that most people pick off of, you're not going to get that with a short hook. Unless you set it before the step up front, which doesn't work for the binding order here. So this is one of those locks that with, that you have to be able to, it's exactly what you were saying. You have to be able to be picking and on the fly realize, I'm lifting this up. I feel myself engaging other pins. I can't lift any farther. I need a deeper hook. And
we were trying to figure out
something
how
that comes with time.
Yeah, I was like, I want to try. Somebody said, can you make a video explaining what that feels like? And I'm like, I don't know if I was like, I will think about it, but I am pretty good at explaining that stuff. Like, people do understand sometimes when I'm saying things. They're like, oh, I totally know what you mean. But I'm thinking, I don't know that I could explain that. Like, how do you say, like, what is that feeling? Because it's really something I think you just have to figure out and then go, oh, that's it. It's not something that you could tell people. I don't know that I could say what it is, but it's something, you do feel it, but it's like, what exactly is it that you're feeling? Because sometimes you just can't.
I mean, you have to be a deliberate picker. You have to know everything you're doing. And it's not until you are a deliberate picker where you know what pin you're on, what you're doing with it, and you feel that something isn't right. You feel like you've lifted this as far as you can with your hook, and you've reached a point of resistance. You can't go any farther, but you didn't get any feedback to indicate you said it.
Yeah,
that's where,
when you say deliberate, you mean like that you're not memorizing things, you're just kind of feeling your way through things? Because that's another thing. I was like, you shouldn't try one in the beginning, at least, to memorize. Like, okay, I do 2 clicks on number 2, then go to number 3, and it's 1 click, then 5 is 1 click. Like, I don't think you should memorize that stuff. I think you should feel that stuff and go.
I think you should understand what you're doing as you're doing it. Not necessarily memorize it, but at any given moment, you should know what pin you're on. You should know about how high you're lifting it or have lifted it in the past. And that's not an easy thing to do. When I first started picking, I actually had these steno pads that for every single lock I'd pick, I had these massive sets of, either dozens of a particular type of padlock or literally hundreds of similar looking key and knob cylinders.
Yeah.
And I would pick them. And then as soon as I was done, I'd write on the steno pad the binding order, what pins I thought were in the lock, the approximate height for every single lock. And the only reason I did that was to make sure my mind was always in the game. And pretty soon it just became second nature. I always knew where I was. But before that, I was kind of just blindly rooting around in there.
Right.
Not always knowing exactly what I was doing. And that's a problem, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I agree. I definitely think there's a lot of stuff that's just so hard to put into words when it comes to that, and it's like you try, but it's just there's no word like that I can really say to tell you how to figure that part of it. I've really thought about it. I tried thinking of what you could say for that, but like you said, it's kind of to where you're like, okay, nothing else is happening, but it's it's not, something's wrong. Something's going wrong here. Like, what can it be? But I think that's all that a lot of it is for a beginning, but yeah, it was just one of those days I was like on there going, another pack lock with crazy bidding. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm out of here. I couldn't do it no more. Then I took pictures and I was like every pack lock, and there had to be, I think it was 6 pictures I took in one day of pack locks of people going, this bidding. I was like, in the whole comment section, people were like, yeah, man, that's crazy. That's wild. I was just like, oh fuck. I was like, okay. And then I thought, I'm just gonna make a video about it, because I do think it's like a lot of YouTube stuff just saying like, this is the bidding, guys, and check it out, and not meaning to kind of place a very large importance on that, I think is what was happening. I thought, well, because we definitely do skip stuff in videos, we definitely skip saying all about tension. Like, so much stuff is going on in the tensioner, and we skip like that. Like you said, most of the feedback is coming from the tensioner, and we don't even talk about it. We have I never ever talk about that. Like, it's just like, oh, a little bit of maybe heavier tension for this, or you say lighter tension or medium tension, but you don't say like,
when you say you feel a click, it's generally through the tension.
Yeah.
When you say, you feel counter rotation, some pressure going the opposite direction, it's through the tension. Yeah, it's not that we don't talk about it. Maybe it's just that we don't always specify that that's where we're feeling it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah. And just kind of saying like, well, I'm letting up a little bit on the tension right now to do, to drop this overset, because I think I pressed this up too far, or I'm letting off a little bit because I'm having a kind of a hard time pushing up this spool pin, or, just little things like that. There's just so many things that you're actually doing that you forget you're even doing. And so we just like don't say any of it, and so it's like a lot of that kind of stuff. And then things like, here's the bidding of the key, like we'll say that, and people were picking up like that's super important, but then they're not picking up like this tensioning is super important, so it's kind of like I'm giving the opposite in my videos. I'm giving this bidding's really something you should pay attention to, when my hands in the tensioner is not, so I think it's like a lot of it comes from that. So I thought, like, I'm just like, well, maybe I'll do a video and try harder to specify these things in the moving forward. Hopefully it'll help people kind of, to take the focus off of that so much and kind of start, focusing more on the tensioning part. Speaking of tensioners, may I bring your attention back to, this is friggin' awesome, must I say. This whole tensioner set here, I'm in love. Like,
yeah, it's so much better than just everything dumped where you can't find it. You got to dig through, find.
I cannot take it when I pull out these Z-bars. I love these little Z-bars. The small end of this little Z-bar I use a lot. And every time I want to get one out, it doesn't matter where I have them. Every single one of them wants to pop out along with it and just annoy me like really badly. And
I've also been putting these tensioners in there as well recently. the ones from the Reaper set.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't
Um,
realize they'd go in there. Good. I'm gonna put mine
yeah,
in
that
there.
wasn't our intention from the beginning. This design, I think, was kind of in stone and mold before Reaper was out. But it certainly fits well, and these tensioners that McNally designed have been growing on me a lot.
Yeah, I really do like them myself a lot. Somebody actually had a question in the chat, if you wouldn't mind. It was actually about the McTickler. I guess some of the McNally Reaper profiles that are kind of in this set, which I wanted to take a look at. He said this McTickler looked a bit different in design, and I wondered if that was the case. If the design was a bit different. I didn't get to check it, but I don't think it is. I think that's...
There's a couple
Oh, well, yeah, there's a... I don't know. I don't think it's much different. I don't think it is different. Or maybe it is a bit. Like, different from the actual Reaper, I guess. It looks pretty much the same, but I can't really tell.
Yeah. It's, well, no, it is a little bit different. And that's probably from the version of them.
Okay.
So the McTickler was actually something that came to be from Trevor's trips to Lovelock Bridges. And he wanted something that you could rake, zip, and kind of finish off the single pin picking all in one profile.
Yeah.
And actually, before that, what he was doing was a technique that I've come to kind of like, which was using this guy, keeping the short hooks straight out. He was holding it like this.
Oh, okay.
And so he would do some raking, and then he'd flip right over and use the hook, which is super effective. And, you know, if you're sitting someplace like a love block bridge and picking literally hundreds of locks in a row, it actually works pretty nicely.
Yeah. Yeah. And those love locks, I have to say, are a whole new level of, you know, stuff. They've been out in the rain. They're not, you know, they're not cared for in our desk drawers here and whatnot. So they do put up quite a big of a fight, you know, quite a big fight too. So,
yeah.
You know.
And I gotta say, Trevor, I gotta give credit where it's due. Like, he has kind of non-traditional methods, but damn if he's not really, really effective and fast at opening locks in the real world. I think people would be surprised just how talented he is.
Yeah,
or maybe they wouldn't be surprised. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's a great picker. I've seen a couple of his videos, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, this dude's insane. Like, he's a very good picker, I gotta say.
Well,
I'm
being
super
insane
jealous.
is something separate.
Like,
he's also that.
Yeah, he's also insane. My bad.
But we love him.
Insane. His picking's insane, but he's also insane. But
you know, he's got some really hilarious videos.
Yeah, he is. I love his videos. I think he's hilarious. I get a kick out of him, and he's a great picker, I do have to say. So a question: can we start getting the tensioners from the Reaper set solo? And also, are you going to make a second channel with some high security longer picks, or are you going to just continue focus on your first channel, your original
I might
channel?
When I have time, open up a B channel and do some longer form stuff, because that's kind of what I enjoy. That's what I'm doing most of the time. Maybe show some of my experimentation, and, you know.
Yeah, I think it would be cool just
I spend a lot
like,
of time on, you know, just oddball locks for the heck of it, like stuff like this. Just
Oh my
looking at what's
gosh.
sitting on my desk right now.
Okay, so that is the lock. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of these rack
Oh
locks.
my gosh. Okay. Oh geez, oh man.
You know,
Those things are nuts.
which, you know,
We just said McNally's insane. I would like to amend that. And I'm gonna say you're insane too. Look at this stuff. He's like, this is my fun. This is my happy place. This crazy ass lock over here. No, I think that would be cool. Just you know, sitting down with being able to like sit down with you and see some of those, you know, crazy locks picked. And I mean, you know, that's that kind of stuff. Honestly, though, Canoe Pick, I can honestly say literally nobody watches lockpicking videos. They just don't, not them long ones, you know.
yeah. Well, that's
definitely
kind of
just-
how
they
I
don't have
came to the place
patience.
I am now. Is
Yeah.
that there's the market for that type of video is just
Yeah.
it's just
not
not
there.
there. I mean, if you look
It is
back to
for
my
the-
older stuff, you know, you'll find some
Yeah.
10, 15-minute long videos.
And it's sad because it's like
But-
all these tough, cool, like really cool, respectable, like, you know,
Yeah.
really badass locks. And I mean, that is like the amazement.
And I
We
still do
understand
stuff like
it,
that. It's
but-
just for fun
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. But like
And
the
for a
people
challenge.
out there, yeah, the people out there in the world though, they go like, ew, like what's that? Click, you know, they don't
Yeah.
care. If it's longer than 5 seconds, bro, you can forget it. And you know,
Mhm.
just being able to have people sit down and literally pay attention to your videos for as long as they do is a huge feat, because people don't want to, like, they just don't want to do that stuff no more, and it sucks. But like for the lock sport community, we're the only people that understand that what you're doing is really awesome when you're sitting down with a lock that's, you know, high security, and like you're there for 20 minutes battling it, and we're there eating popcorn like, yes, get it, you know. But everybody
Well-
else is like, forget it, and they switch it, you know. So it's like, it's
I
hard to, you can't
kind
put
of
that on
take
you.
a different approach to stuff like that. How do I put this? And it's kind of suited for me as, you know, as someone who spends obscene amounts of money on locks and just locks, is I don't sit down and just battle one lock for long periods of time. If I'm going to work on a system, I'm going to buy 10 of those locks. And I'm going to mix them up, because I feel like I'm not actually developing. While it's fun to pick a lock, it's also fun for me to feel like I'm developing a useful skill. And I
Yeah.
don't feel like I'm building a useful skill if I'm sitting for one lock. I mean, it's
Yeah.
rewarding to open it. No two ways about that. And I enjoy that. But I kind of want that extra thrill of after I've spent my time and put my hours in on a locking system. I like the added thrill of being able to pass one on the street and say, yeah, I got that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, when you that's what I've seen too. Like some of the guys here that I've watched pick through some, just, you know, lock after lock after lock. Like we had a guy who actually did a video with him picking, I mean, it was a challenge, of course. I mean, you're not really doing that, but he picked the lock with his feet. Like he's like, he got it open. Like he sat and had a pick in his toes and he got the thing open. And I was just like, seriously? But you know, you pick so many locks and you're so good at it, and you're picking it, you know, all these super high security locks, and he would sit down and literally never have picked it before and blind pick all these locks. So he's bored now. You know, you get bored of that kind of stuff and you need another type of challenge. So I imagine, you know, you've picked so many crazy kinds of locks. I imagine you would get bored
Well,
just learning one, like sitting there
I
with
don't
one,
know.
like, okay, like,
I
you
seem
know.
to be filling my hours doing this recently.
Getting smacked a lot because you won't stop doing it.
Oh no, it's
Thing
relegated to my office. Although my
Oh,
wife got upset when I gave one to my son.
Oh, jeez. That was your way of getting her back, making you relegated to your office. You were like, okay, I'm gonna give one to
Although
him.
things
then.
are going to change soon with do I have I don't have a butterfly, but what I do have, let's see if I can find it. Here we go. This is actually a really early prototype of the butterfly. When we first kind of had the idea, and we're like, okay, let's just, quick cut something out on a laser, and
That's really neat looking.
and came out with this thing.
Holy crap!
But I mean, obviously, it's
really cool.
developed quite a bit from just cutting out layers of steel.
Yeah, that's wild how they start out.
But yeah, I mean, it was the first proof of concept, I'll say, and had some fun with it.
That looks that looks fun. I like watching it. It's like sparkling through the camera. It looks
yeah,
really
I have no
cool.
clue if it's actually showing up on camera as I do it.
It is. It's showing up a little bit. Yeah.
But I'm
It
pretty
just
sure I'm
looks
going to be
cool.
annoying my wife quite a bit with this coming into the near future.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying earlier. Like, the stuff just looks cool. I was like, you could just be like, you know what? I'll show you here. Hold on.
It's fun.
Like,
This
here
is
you
not
go.
meant to be the best pick set or comb set in the world. It comes with 3 combs in there. It's not meant to be the greatest comb. This is not meant to be the greatest lockpick. It's meant to be fun.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I don't I said this on
all
another
usable tools.
Yeah.
But also fun.
Also fun. And I said this on another thing, like somebody said something like, just like, why would they make that, like Ball Ninja, like the same thing you always hear. And like, I was just saying, like, who cares? Like, who cares why they did it? Like, who cares? No one else is saying that about any other place. I never hear anybody going like, why did they make that? Like, yeah, like the fidget spinner, even that, like, why did they make that? Like, why would they do that? Like, but seriously, who cares? If it's not for you, move, like, scroll down just 5 centimeters and you'll find a whole new thing, like, for you. Like, it doesn't all have to be what you like. Other people like it. We have tons of fidgeters in the community that really love that kind of stuff. And so for them, they're geeked that you made something like that. They're like, this is me all day. I can't even tell you how many people in my little community here in my chat was like, this is all day me, bro. Wait, I can't wait, So it's not always like every little thing somebody's making isn't always going to be for every single person either. And I don't think it's, fair to just get mad that, they made something that wasn't something that you might not prefer, like, okay, and just scroll down the page. Like, there's more shit. We sell other shit. Like,
you've been in the office, we make a ton of stuff that never, like, a lot of it ranging on the absolute silly.
Silly / you go in there and you're like, oh my god, is this the torture chamber or are they making long picks?
Yeah, that's what happens when you have a lot of people who haven't quite grown up with access to high-powered lasers. And
it's fun. I really, really want for Christmas a giant pick, or at least one I can put on my desk that's rather big. And I'm gonna see if I can hunt down one of you guys to make me one of them.
Wait, did you see the short with the giant grav pick?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That show is insane. I was like, that's
the kind of silly stuff that we make, and there's no business purpose for it.
Yeah.
We have fun there.
You're not selling that. It's just something for fun. I'm waiting for someone to be like, when does that go on the market? Because I need one of those.
Yeah.
Lockpicking fidget toys definitely have a market. Yes, considering the amount of neurodivergence in these communities. Yes, I agree. Yes. And David, he has already said he's not the Cantos guy. He does not lay claim to that fame.
Wait,
not the Cantos. David Ronoy says, so LPL, are you the Cantos guy?
No, not me. Someone else around the office who shall remain unnamed, probably forever. Yeah.
Let's see.
Especially since, a couple of those videos that came out, were shot after hours. I'm not sure anyone wants their name associated with it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's see. We'll just see if there's any other cool questions in here. But yeah, that's funny. But yeah, I really, really like this whole thing, and I'm just so it's just so cool. It's nothing's been done before. Like I said, you really can't do much with this stuff, but you guys figured out a way to do something with it, and it's just really cool. It's practical, dude. I love that it's the size of a phone. Like, I cannot get over that. I really can't. I really, really can't. Like, it's just the perfect size. I told him I said, you guys, what do you call it? Drop tested it. I was like, they drop tested it. And for covert instruments, that means they test. I was like, that means they really drop test it. Like,
oh my
normal
gosh.
drop testing times 100 is what they probably did over there.
That's so. Whenever we finish with the new prototype, it's almost a joke around the office now. Someone just yeets it at the ground, bounces it off the concrete, be like, okay, pass the first test. We can actually look at it now.
I was like, yeah, they really drop tested this one. I was like, I will be okay if I drop it. Trust me, it's all good. But yeah, I'm really happy with, I keep saying like my favorite part, but I like all the stuff. Like, we really did go over it, and everybody's really just loves, pretty much everything. Like, it's all pretty cool. But my favorite, I have to say, is literally the tensioner thing. Like, I this has been an issue for me all the time. I wanted to find
exactly what you want so quickly.
Yeah.
And,
love it.
And we got the poppiness here too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did. I've been messing with this whole thing. Like, it's been ridiculous. But yeah, I honestly think everybody's going to be very happy with it. I'm liking all the profiles. Are you able to, because I only have 3 and 4 here. Are you able to show us the final profiles of 1 and 2, or do you not have those in there?
1 and 2 are essentially Genesis adding a deep hook.
Okay. That's what I was wondering about. Okay.
Short, medium, and deep hook. And then the quad and the quint.
Awesome.
Yeah, and those were the ones that got messed up the worst. Yeah, sorry about that. That's why you didn't get them.
That's, you know what? I have a couple here these were the ones that Robert had sent me a while back. They were just kind of like, they weren't final or anything. They were just like a run. They did a run and they had some left. They're the ones with the holes in the middle still, like up here, Yeah. And but yeah, I love them. I've been using them since he sent, like, these are all I've been using since he sent them. I was like, I can't wait to get more, because now that I've used the ones like these ones, I just want to keep using these ones. And so I keep using the crap out of them. And I'm like, I've got 2 hooks. That's mainly all I've been using this whole time. Like, I feel like the sad girl who didn't have no picks, because it's all I keep using, but it's my own fault because I keep using them. But I'm like, I love them, and they weren't even the final, finalized product. So I'm really, really happy. I love the gem. I didn't think I would love it as much as I love it, and I really do. I'm digging it a lot.
That's one of those profiles that, gosh, it just seems like I am the outlier in the world, and I just have to recognize that not everything I like is what other people will like. And this is one we knew there would be a lot of demand for, even though it's not one of my go-tos.
Yeah, I really like it. I think my favorite, I like that one and the gentle reach for picking barrel spools. I like that for picking barrel spools. I also like the gem because sometimes I like just grabbing a short hook and picking my lock. A lot of times I don't, even if it has crazy bidding, like we were talking about earlier, I don't need to switch hooks because there's room in the keyway or whatever the reason. I usually can pick them with short hooks. I've picked some crazy stuff with short hooks. The gem, it just gives me that little, and then it has that little point. It just, there's got to be a little extra something on the end of it, or it's just me telling myself that because it seems like, I can get more with that little point sometimes, a higher reach.
You can. It's kind of got that little ramp on the front. So if you actually had a hook this deep that was either round or flat, you wouldn't be able to fit it under as much as this.
Yeah.
Honestly, the biggest thing I use it for is our medicos. That point is really, really great for turning those chisel tip pins.
Yeah, I've got a buttload of medicos somebody sent me, and I really can't wait to give it a try with this gem for that very reason. I'm very excited for it. I got a whole bunch of them sitting here, and I'm like, gonna dig in. And the gentle reach is also one that I never ever, to be honest, I was like, okay, gentle reach, whatever. But like,
I was the same way.
Love it. Yeah.
And then it just became undeniable for tiny little keyways like this, just because it's almost flat as you're inserting it. And unless you've got some kind of really crazy bidding in there, damn it, I hate to say it now. Gonna get all self-conscious. This can pick a lot. It's probably never gonna replace a short hook for me. But
that's probably one of my favorite profiles, a short hook. That's basically like I pick tons of stuff with it, I do. But I do love those two profiles a lot. I really do. And I used to use the D4, what is that, a DeForest diamond? Is that what that one's called?
Yeah, or just the bent diamond. I mean, whatever anyone wants to call it. Yeah.
I used to use
bent half diamond.
Yeah.
Or I bent triangle.
Triangle. The bent stabby.
By the way,
whatever.
how in the world did we get to the point where we're calling this a half diamond? I mean, there's a name for a half diamond. It's called a triangle. Yet everyone calls it a half diamond. For the life of me, will not understand that.
It's just the bougie people who don't want a triangle to be. They want the triangle to be the diamond.
No,
okay?
It's a half diamond.
Yeah, it's not a half diamond. It's a half diamond. But like, I used to use this one a lot. Like, I love this thing. I can't remember what I was like in a phase, and I was like, I have to have it. Like, I have this one all the time. So I'm excited to give it another try now that I at least like know a little bit more of what the hell I'm doing, because I did used to just be like, this is great, and I picked all kind of shit with it. Never even I thought it was the best thing ever.
Yeah. The only issue with it, this is another one of those that I don't use often, but I know so many people would want it that, it just has to be included.
Yeah. I appreciate the fact, I really want to take a second to just tell you that I appreciate the fact that you are like sitting here saying like, this is one that I wouldn't put in my pick set. Like, I don't use it, but I made it because I know a lot of other people will want it, so that's really cool because again, you don't have to make shit. You can make whatever the hell you want. Like, we can scroll past it and just get something else. So
I mean, how many times have I said, if the lock opens, you're doing it right?
Yeah. You got the right tool.
People are getting locks to open with it, and so they're doing it right. I'm not going to tell them they're wrong.
Yeah. And like I said, we all got different hands. We all feel different stuff. We all have our preferred like little like nooks and crannies of feedback that we're liking, like we get on, and that's what we know that we're doing with something or whatever. But it's like you know, it's like everybody has their different thing. And I'm trying to find your question, Lock Junkie. I do not see it, bruh. Oh, here we go. Where's it at? Oh no, that wasn't it. That was Canoe Picks. Lady Logs. Oh, Lock Junkie asked about getting Reaper tensioners. Oh, yeah, it's separate from the set. Okay.
Yeah,
and
they
that could
will be
apply to any-
available
okay.
probably in Q1 of next year, before the probably toward the end of Q1, I think.
Okay.
It's certainly something on our list of things to do. In the beginning, we want to make sure that that we don't run out of things. So
Yeah.
you know, you have to prioritize the sets. But as demand starts to go down, we 100% will be selling them separately.
He said we want them sold separately ASAP.
Yeah, I know.
They really are, dude. They really did. Like, they are great. I mean, I can't even tell you enough how much I like them things. Like, they are my go-tos, and I need to get another set because I bent one of mine being a jerk, and I knew I shouldn't do it, but I was on it. I was on a lock, and I just had to do it, and I did it, and I bent it. I'm mad, so I need more. But so yeah, like, we're all like excited for them because I would have 20 of these just sitting here because you know, you just can't ever have enough, even if they're the same ones. Like, I just need more just because
well, this is a set that I think almost screams for a lefty version as well.
Oh, you do a lefty version, and you're gonna have a whole new fan club, bro.
I mean, it's not just
over
for
here
for lefty pickers, but I mean, you're not always turning this way, and it's something that's, you know, this little thing that drops you below the keyway.
Yeah,
you want the same effect.
For
if
the
you
other
turn that
side.
around, you know, you do the exact opposite. So
yeah,
it's
that's
maybe true. When we do that, we'll think about a lefty set as well. But
that would be cool. Yeah, you're right. You do sometimes got to go the other way, so you need that. I have a Medico question because I'm not proficient in Medicos as much as probably you are proficient in them, but is it true that if you're picking them counterclockwise, you have to turn them first, or can you still lift them and just turn them when you want? Because I don't think I ever noticed that. And somebody said that in the chat, and I was like, huh?
Depends on the lock. The biaxials, I think it's always the... Gosh. I haven't done a deep dive on those for a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check because
the only one that I've actually picked on recently was a super old one. In fact, let me pull it out in the case here.
Because I know those.
You probably haven't seen
brutal, but
haven't seen that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You missed it. We had Axel Panic on. I'm gonna send you a link to just the little section of the live. That's it's
insane. A really, really old factory cutaway.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You have to see this guy's collection though. He had a collection of Medicos, and I was like, oh my lord, he had some crazy things that I've never seen. I'll have to send you a link so you can check it out. I cut the section of him showing his collection. Like, I just cut it out so people didn't have to like dig for it and stuff. So I'll have to send it to you. He had some wild Medicos in there.
You can't just say that without a for example.
Let me see. I might be able to just pull it up right here actually and show you. Talks amongst yourselves for a moment. Let me find this on my channel because I know it's on here.
Well,
let's see.
There's no one else to talk to, and I can't see the comments when I'm on this.
Let me pull up the comments here and let me see if we got any others. Axel's a she. Okay, does he like to be called she? Because he was on with us and he was a he. I don't know. Maybe it's a she. But yeah, let's see. If we have a request for lefties. Oh, I'd love to have the Riv and Riz picks where the handle is angled in the other direction.
I'm not sure if that is. Hold on, let me just see something. We'd have to check to see if that would work with the holder for when it goes into the little swing arms. Because if it went in this way, it certainly would not be as stable. But we'd have to prototype it out, see if it works. Yeah. And well,
Let's see.
ask me about that again at the end of Q1, and then tell me if you still want it. And that's all I'll say about that.
And David will probably want it. He'll be texting me.
It might be a superseded concern. We'll see. just throwing that out there.
Question: can you see the screen when you're on here with us? Can you see the screen of us sitting
Not at
here
all.
together? No. Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry. Oh, I can see you. I can see.
Okay.
I can see you. I can see half of me. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I wanted to show you the medicos, just a quick little kind of peruse across the desk here. Nothing too much, but like just the different medicos that he had was insane. There was like so many. I mean, he had medicos in what is that profile called? Damn it. Oval profiles of medicos. Like
yeah.
He just had so freaking many. I was like, are you
Which
kidding me?
oval? We talking like the 570 or the Scandi cylinders?
The Scandi cylinders. Here's a couple on the desk here that he had out, like those ones with all these wild keys. Like it was pretty cool. The collection was just like out of this world. I've never seen this many medicos in one place. It's just like, holy crap, you know? So yeah, he had a big collection of just all these little Scandis, and I didn't know they made them in those sizes. I thought they were just in the US and just, you know.
Yeah, I was surprised the first time I came across Medico Euro profile cylinders.
Yeah, he had a couple of those sitting there. There's a couple here of the Euro profiles, but he had all these just wild looking. There's a Scandi. But yeah, it was pretty impressive. Oh, he had a cutout of something. Here's a cutout of something. Let's see.
Yeah, that looks like the Medico factory cutaway style.
Yeah, he had a real life sized, big sized sidebar there. He showed us.
Oh, nice.
Like, yeah,
that's pretty
like,
cool.
Holy crap! Yeah, I guess he got the kit. Like the kit went up for sale or whatever, and he ended up buying the kit for
Sure. Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it was pretty interesting to see all those dang medicos. I was like, okie dokie. I mean, that's a lot of dang medicos. Never saw so many in one place. Confirmed she, her. Okay, my bad. I was calling him a him. I don't know if I called him when I think I called her him when she was there. Oh, I can't do it. I'm done. Axel, it's just Axel. How's that? Okay, let's see.
You'll have to, by the time we're fully moved into the new place, I plan to move a fair bit of my my lock collection there. And
that would be awesome.
And you'll be able to see some interesting things, I think.
I'll have to take a sleeping bag and just sleep by all the locks. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. We've got, trying to think of I'm looking at my cutaway case behind me. What the most interesting might be.
See, by the way.
Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Ever seen one of these?
Oh no, let me make you bigger. What is that?
Okay, so this is the key. It's actually not, it's the backup key. This is a robo-dialer lock. This is a 6-digit combination lock.
Oh.
that is meant to plug into the front of it, and an electric motor will dial in your combination.
Oh,
But as a
that's
backup,
just
you can
cool.
put this thing on it. And
What?
hold on, do I have that in right? There we go. And dial all the
It's wild. Dude, if I ever get the chance to sit by all these locks, I am bringing a sleeping bag, so get over it, and you're pre-warned. Like, when I roll up with the bag, just be like, oh, here she goes. That's so cool. Where in the heck is that from? Like, what country do they have that? That can't be here, is it?
Yeah, I
What in
think
the
a guy in New
world?
Jersey came up with that.
Oh my
And that's
gosh.
not old either. They came up with that. Gosh, it's less than 10 years old, the design. And I think it was meant to be done meant to be put on like padlocks for shipping containers and things like that, where you could
Okay.
lock it up at one port, and if you needed someone to inspect it, they could actually open the lock using the auto dialer, connect it to the internet without actually knowing what the combination was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was some weird stuff to it. And I don't know how popular, if at all, they ever became, but yeah, they're interesting.
That's pretty cool. Trucker wants to know if you've ever picked a gold Grand V. That's like those evil ones.
Which goal is that?
That's so there's the gold V18, which has like obviously, you know, the 18 pins, but the Grand V I think ends up with actually all 21, I believe, are pins that are in there.
I think the answer is no. In fact, I'm relatively certain. I had a whole bunch of goals that I ordered from Japan a few years ago and spent a long time on them, and they're excellent. I mean, the tolerances are just otherworldly, up there with, you know, the Kaba high pin count stuff.
Yeah, they're nasty.
But I don't recall anything that high pin count.
Yeah, somebody said the V18's evil twin. Yeah, I've picked the V18, but I can tell you I probably would never want to pick the evil twin. I hated that. Oh, 3 stacks of 8. My bad. Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. You can keep that, trucker. You can keep your Grand V. Oh. I had gold springs everywhere. It was a nightmare.
Oh, you took that apart?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're fun. I learned my lesson early on with Kaba experts, putting them together and taking them apart. You need like a rotatable hollow follower. It's the only way to do those.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some really cool different followers out there, like, that I would like to get all the little sets, like, especially they make ones for gin spools. I know they make ones for those, you know, high pin count locks, you know what I mean? That makes it way normal to get them open. Thankfully, though,
there's nothing normal about those high pin count locks. No, holy cow.
They're so nasty. I actually was lucky because the Bible covers came off of the V18 I had. I didn't have to do that at all with the follower.
Yeah,
but
that's ideal.
Yeah, I did find a trick that you can kind of sort of use if you can keep track of everything and not be in a panic like while you're taking it apart. But like you can tape a shim to the side of one of your, like, if it fits, because sometimes I don't think they fit in the Kabas, but I know they fit in a couple of those high pin count locks I've picked, where you can like tape a shim to the one side of that follower that has the like hollow end, you know, or not hollow end, but like the little, you know, end like that, and you could tape it so that it only has one spot where there's a, you know, a hole where you can get things out. But it's so hard to keep track because you have to do one at a time because they all line up. So you have to take out like pin 111 and make sure you keep them in the right trays, and it gets very confusing when you're dealing with like 3 rows of pins. It just really does. I don't know how people can, especially when it's like the first couple times you're doing it because you're nervous. and you're trying to like be super pro about it, like I'm gonna keep track of this. I got this.
Yeah,
By
no,
pin 2,
it's
you're
a
like,
disaster getting
did
them back
that.
together.
Yeah.
And
Oh, Trucker says he wants to make a challenge lock out of a Cava Quattro. The best to you, sir.
yeah, I mean, do you need all you really need to do with the quattro? The good thing about the quattros in the wild is that so few of them are pinned up to their full capacity because they use the absence of pins as a master keying tool.
Okay.
But if you have one fully pinned up, the Quattro and the Expert, which I believe are almost identical, yeah, those are beastly locks.
Somebody says, "Oh wait, an Illinois duo canoe pick? Did you mean?"
Oh.
He's something like got an Illinois duo, and then he said, "Actually, don't."
No, the duos. That's like the 18 wafer. Yeah, that's go back a long ways, and you'll find that I actually made a video on how to pick them. I have at least 3 or 4 videos on them, including one relatively new Chinese copy of them.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen the
They're pretty solid locks, although they're time consuming, but not difficult to pick. And the cool thing about them is that they have wafers, and really all wafers should be shaped like this.
Oh, yes.
So they kind of act like spools, which is a good and a bad thing. It's a bad thing if you're trying any sort of low skill raking, jiggling attack. But if you're single pin picking, the feedback is very distinctive on them. So a skilled picker should be able to take care of them without too much trouble.
That was one of I think that's the lock did I pick for purple belt, or I picked it. I don't think I didn't do purple belt, I don't think, but I picked that one for a purple belt, whatever, because it was purple. But
I
it
think
was a
it
lot
might
of fun.
be the only wafer lock ever UL certified. Like those things have a certified for what is 437. I think at one point, certainly when the duos got the certification, that certified it against at least 8 minutes of manipulation.
Oh wow.
Which is horseshit.
That's a lot for them.
A skilled picker would be able to do it a lot quicker than that. Consistently. But
yeah, like you said, they're a lot. They're pretty. If you've picked those side pins, the side part of them, I think that's whatever the side wafers, I guess you'd call it, the side wafers, because some of them come out the side or whatever. But yeah,
they don't though. I mean, it's just it's just the hole is different. So rather than having,
I didn't know that. Okay.
Like the hole for the key will look like that for the and then for a normal wafer it'll just be open like this.
Okay.
So rather than this edge interacting with the bitting on the key, this edge right here interacts with the bitting on the key.
Okay.
So it's once you kind of can visualize what all the wafers look like, it's just you're pushing down here instead of here.
Yeah.
So it's not, they're just different types of wafers. That's all.
Okay.
And the variation between them is very minor.
That's wild. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I've never gutted that one though, so I can't remember why I didn't.
I don't know of any that can be non-destructively gutted.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't gut mine, and
they generally go together with an expanding. They slip in through the face and have an expanding snap ring.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to take one apart,
it's done.
Yeah. be prepared to destroy it.
Yeah, I've got like 6 locks like that, and I'm just like, they're not ever gonna get gutted because I don't want to have to get different ones. They're like expensive. That's one thing once you start getting into, like locks in a higher security level, they get more and more expensive, and you don't want to do that kind of stuff. You're just like, I'd rather not check it out inside. I'll just leave it alone. Although I do have about 20 of those stupid Cabo Quattros or something. I don't know what kind. They're Cabo something, and they've got pins coming out of everywhere. For some reason, I seem to be a magnet for them.
Here's something that you won't see very often.
Oh yeah, David Romano, speaking of the devil, just found a lot of those. Well, not just, but a little while back. But yes,
I got like a dozen of them, and I gave most of them away. Actually, if you look down in the keyway, you can see that little ledge that I was talking about for the side wafers. Can you see that on this side?
Oh yeah. Oh,
I would come closer, but I think it'll go out of focus with this app.
No, I can totally see that. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I happened to come across a few of these new in box, which you don't see very often these days.
It's a shame because they're really nice little locks. That's a shame you don't see a lot of them.
They're fun for picking.
They're very interesting, different. Like at this point when you're trying to learn to pick, when you're doing these ones, you don't see a lot of locks that are kind of cool and different, that are not like super difficult, so it makes it fun when you find one like that, because you can still pick it, you can pick the lock and you can do your thing, and it's not that terribly hard, but it's interesting and different than the regular old pin tumblers that we always seem to have to pick. Till that point, it's like, you're just picking those normies all the time, just padlocks and whatever. Not Too Dead would like to know, what handcuffs are the most secure in your opinion?
Well, give me a moment.
I know he's got some crazy shits back there.
If we're just talking about the lock on them, it would have to be one of these three.
Not Too Dead is a huge handcuff aficionado.
These have Medico driverless cam locks built into them.
Freaking cam locks. Medico.
These are Chubb Ava.
That's wild.
And then these have Chubb lever locks in them. I think 4 lever locks. All things considered, I'd probably say this would be the hardest to pick unless you happen to have the correct tool.
Yeah.
In which case they're not so bad. But, of all the so-called high security locks, most of them just have like a little bit of warding or something like that. It's really not a big deal. These actually have legit mechanisms in them.
Wow. That is wild. What do you think of that? Not Too Dead. He loves handcuffs so much. Let's see. It's we eventually offer for sale the magnetic case on its own. Oh, okay. All the tension bars and 0 wrenches. Okay. Let's see. I'll put that up for him, Dan. And we shall see. Will you eventually offer for sale the magnetic case on its own, all of the tension bars and 0 wrenches? Wait,
well,
the tension. Oh,
with
you mean 0 picks.
Yes, eventually everything will be available separately. All of these tension tools are already available. Actually, you know what? I think they're all available. If these modified ergos aren't available yet, they will be pretty soon.
I have. Oh, never mind. I already know the answer to my question. Never mind. I already know what I did.
I think these are available in the chop shop. So all of this stuff is available, and yes, eventually everything will be available on its own. But right now, we're going to concentrate on getting the sets out the door, and it'll be, follow-on products. Probably, we'll say 3-4 months after the other ones are out, once we've kind of reached equilibrium with market demand.
Yeah, I imagine that it'll be pretty crazy for the first little bit. You don't want to sell out all the something and not be able to do full, for somebody who wants a full set to be like, well, you can't get that because we're out of the one tensioner. we can't send you the full set. Sorry.
That's exactly the concern, because a lot of the things, our inventory is only as good as, as the lowest inventory product. So, if we're just missing one pick, that means the whole set's out.
Yeah. Don't do that to us. We can't have it.
No, we've gotten better at managing stuff like that, but it means that for a time in the beginning, things are only sold as sets.
Yeah, I imagine those McNally tension wrenches are going to just be, because I think a lot of people are like me, is like, I just want 5 sets of those just to have them. Like, I'm not going to use all of them, of course, but they'll be laying all over my desk.
Yeah.
And,
no, it's because you will have lost the 40,000th
yeah,
one.
I was just literally going to say I'll have all 50,000s just sitting there. None of the other ones, of course, they're all gone. Like, only one. Like,
with this set, I probably have, at any given point, 830s, 750s, and 140.
Yeah, I just want to know, what happens to all this stuff? We talked about that earlier. I swear to you, there is an entity in my lock lab that takes my stuff and, hides it. And then I'll find it in the kitchen. What? Why? I wasn't even in there at all today. What the hell? Just terrible happenings in this lock lab. LPL, will you be making different picks for the butterfly?
Well, the butterfly that's not something that lends itself to picking. So we've got the comb inserts in them, and they can be folded out individually. So essentially, it's something akin to to this quad comb set, but all in the butterfly. So no, we have no plans to do anything but the butterfly comb. But there is at least one, maybe more, other fidget picks on the way.
Oh man, you heard it, guys. We go at least one, maybe more. Those things are just really cool. I think they're really fun. It's nice. It's a nice little fun thing. I really like them.
Yeah.
One fidget spinner pick. Fidget spinner pick, the
McNally one? Is that what you're talking about?
He says, wee! And rake profiles would be fun.
Oh, wow.
I think that's what he means. Yeah, one of those.
That is perfectly aligned with the frame rate here. I don't know if it looks the same for you guys.
That's crazy.
Anyway. Yeah. I don't know why I have this.
Sure you don't. Now you don't, because you got your graph pick you can play with and your other things. So you're like, I don't need this stupid little. I
took this out because I was going to use it in the video when I introduced this thing. And then I just decided that I didn't want to be seen with it. So apparently here I am.
Now I got to cut this out of the video. Thanks a lot. Now I got to do all this work afterward. No. Harry can't be seen with a friggin' spinner. Now I gotta do all this work. We'll be up till midnight. No, I'm just kidding. It's already 1. No, but yeah, that was awesome. I really, really appreciate you popping on and showing us a thing or two about this stuff. And I can't believe all those rejects. That just goes to show,
there's going to be
for,
cases of rejects, unfortunately, and that makes me cry a little bit from the perspective of an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
But
I'd be like, you know what?
Get it right.
I'd be like, damaged picks $1 a piece at the flea market or something. Like, I couldn't just leave them sit.
I'm not sure I want the stuff out in the wild with our name on it.
Yeah. I hear you there. I do hear that. That sucks. That really sucks. It's like, and this I guess the saddest part of all is to say that the thing that was wrong with it was so like tiny that you barely even you got so many of them made before anybody was like, hold on a second, something's not right. It's like such a tiny little imperfection that people didn't notice it. But now that you see it, it's probably the biggest thing you see. You know what I mean? Like you're probably like, it's horrible.
It's something that I think someone like you would be able to say. But I mean, you can just see that somehow it just got a little bit,
just a
chubby.
little thicker. Yeah, yeah. And you know what though? Honestly, if you were like picking certain high security things, you probably would definitely at a certain point just be like, why is this not even fit? Like these suck, you don't want that.
For some locks, it is, outcome determinative. Like it would not work, period. And that's not cool.
Chuck Soup, I would be interested in the rejects. unless I don't know, we might see a video of Harry sitting in a corner with some sandpaper, scrubbing off the covered instruments label on these. and like putting in there like, something else to send it out. Maybe you might see one ever, but I doubt you'll ever see one.
What we'd get is a little like cattle brand that we could heat up with the word reject on it and just melt it into each handle.
There you go. That'll be the next video we see. Like him sitting there sweating over the cattle brand. Like, damn you, Chuck Soup. No, but I appreciate that a lot. This was really cool of you to come on and kind of give us a walkthrough of everything you guys been through making this set, and get to see exactly what's upcoming here very soon. I keep saying very soon. It's hopeful thinking, but I know you guys are working on it like as fast as you can, and you're trying to get it all together for everybody. So I know it'll be very.
We'll get it
soon.
out the door soon, but more important than soon is getting it right. And hopefully that'll be something that people appreciate when they see the final product. But even if it's not, it's if no one else knows other tin me, that's enough.
Right. Yeah. But that's how come you guys get, a name of, your stuff is no joke, because you work very hard to make it right,
Yeah. Well, we play a lot, but also when it comes to product, we're serious about it.
Very on point. Yeah. And we appreciate it. We do, because we're the ones using it, and, we're the ones that are, people are spending money to get this stuff, and, it's nice. Yeah. Quality control is everything. Exactly. Gotta have it right. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. I'm going to end us here because I think this is perfect. We get a nice shot of all of the beautiful pics.
I don't know where everyone else is, but it's 1:20 in the morning here. So
yeah, I appreciate you hanging out. Late night picking with LPL. Oh my God.
So
it's like a dream come true. I appreciate you coming by.
It was my pleasure. Thanks.
David Romano has one more question. Hurry it up, David. You got about 20 seconds, and then
What do you got?
know what you are in this show. You get SOL if you don't do things fast enough. I say you're shit out of luck, and we end it. We're gonna wait for David 1 second. All right. Do you still have the fidget spinner CL? The fidget spinner CL.
I'll tell you what, give me 1 minute, and if I'm able to find it, I'll be able to find it within that minute.
I mean, you got to appreciate LPL chilling with us till 1 a.m. Come on. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's like, you can't ask for more than that. And David Romano, you literally have LPL searching for a lock at 1 a.m. You got to admit, like, that's... LPL loves his locks, though, so... Chuck Soup's waiting for him to get the reject thing out so he can get those remainder of the picks. Yeah, GQ is 122 there. Yep. Yes, you guys, if I don't see so many thumbs up, I'm going to refresh this on my computer right now. And I'll tell you what, if I don't see so many thumbs up right now, next time I show up, it'll be with a doll. And I will be making it lockpick. That's what will happen. Don't mess with me. I'll dress it up like LPL and I'll make it lockpick.
Either it's not where it should be, or I've since passed it along to someone else and I don't remember who. Sorry.
Fidget spinner lockpick. That would have been interesting. Well,
there was a guy who essentially brazed the Bible of 3 locks to a skateboard bearing.
Oh wow.
And it was pretty cool. I'm sure the videos, the video, I don't delete anything, so the video's still there. It might not be the greatest video.
Yeah, sadly, very sadly, because I kind of enjoy challenge locks myself. And very, very sadly, though, not a goddamn soul likes to watch you pick challenge
I know.
locks. That's for sure. Like, you literally hear crickets. I'm like, am I alone here? Where's everybody at? Like, what the hell? Meanwhile, it's like the coolest, you got the coolest little thing there. Somebody spent like 8 days making and nobody's like wanting to watch it. But
yeah, that was, there's some people really do cool stuff. I haven't really accepted challenge locks recently. I think the last one I played with was when you were in Virginia, and Lockchuck gave me that what do you call it?
Teabagging. Teabagging.
Is that what it was called? The one with the little barbell shaped pins and that was pretty slick. That was very creative. I like it.
He's definitely a really good that was one of his first couple challenge locks. Like that was the very out of, I think it was his first 3 challenge locks he ever made, and that was one of them. And I'm just like, okay, put everybody else to shame, why don't you? I gotta show you this. So I of course I'm brutal, and I cut all my euros because I feel like I don't get a lot of euros, then I feel like I should share them, right? If I get one and both ends have the pinning, I should share it. And so I cut them all. And then I realized that I cut this one that I wanted to make into a challenge lock. So I had to come up with an idea to have it not cut anymore. But how do you do that? So I used my little tiny brain and I came up with this little dragon that holds it together. So I can pull it out of here. The key still works, because why wouldn't it? And I can pull it out of here and fix up the pinning and make the challenge lock out of it and still have it be a whole euro. Check that.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that probably made life a lot easier for you, even with printing that, because gosh, gutting euro cylinders are such
I hate it. Dude, gutting challenge lock Euro cylinders is horrifying because, like, I mean, I'm not the best pin maker over here. Surprised you all by saying that, I know, but I'm not. And, like, I get some janky stuff that goes on in my challenge locks sometimes. And yeah, so I hate doing it. And when you're doing a challenge lock, you really have to take it apart and put it together a lot to make sure everything's working properly, etc. So yeah, it made my life so much easier. But yeah, Lockchuck, I told him what I kind of wanted, and this was his brainchild after my design. So he did a great job. It got scales and everything. So it'll be out there someday. It's in phase 1.
We'll have to... Yeah, there we go. That's stuff that'll give me a little PTSD. I don't put
Oh no!
I hate those things.
Yeah, aren't they?
There's something Lockchuck and Diggs would fight over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that gives me like the what do you call it? I get a twitch. I'm like, ew, put it away.
Yeah, it's like, get it away from me. It's like,
I'm like, I see that and I bust out my Dremel with the thing on it. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, this is something I don't know who made this for me. I think it's online somewhere. A set for gutting Euros.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah,
wow.
they took this. They took, where's my the one with the slot in it.
Yeah.
And they made these two, and then I don't know what the point of this piece is. I got nothing for that. But these two pieces at least are kind of...
That one? I don't know. That was maybe. What's
this
that shape
is the
like
sort of
again?
thing, by the way, for stuff like those Kaba experts.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I mean,
man,
I made something not too dissimilar from that for putting them together. But
you're brave.
they're such a pain in the butt.
I can't even imagine. David said pinning shoes suck. They really do. Yeah, they do.
I had one more somewhere. I can't find it now though. Shoot. It was supposed to be in this drawer of pain.
Sandman said, I just received Evo 3 and 4. It's the best lockpick set I own and have ever used, and I own them all.
Nice. Thank you.
And Jimmy Long says, tools look nice. Good job. Time for scotch.
Is Lonnie there?
Yeah, he is. Now he's gonna begin. Now he's gonna have some scotch.
I need to talk to you sometime soon. I'll give you a call, but this is the next one we're gonna try together.
Oh lordy!
It's loggable and is no longer my favorite.
It's no longer your favorite?
It's still high up there, but the Ardbeg Corey Vrecken, it's all right.
Someday I'm gonna be bougie enough to drink scotch, but today ain't the day.
Well, we I don't know. Maybe sometime after the new place is done and down in Virginia, you can come down. We can sit on the porch and pour some scotch.
Sounds like a plan. I'm down for it. As long as I can look at those locks, I'm down for it.
Just watch out, Lady Locks, because he likes to drink it late into the night. I've been on many a live stream with Doubt late at night. In comes LPL. Doubt's about to wind up. LPL comes on and they start talking scotch, whiskey. Next minute, they're pulling out the top shelf stuff and they're having one together. And we're like, what happened to the chat? What happened to the locks? Oh, LPL's just entered and they want a whiskey together. It's like, you can take your deep into the night. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you know what? It's okay when it's over here on Lady Locks because you know what? I do whatever the hell I want over here. And if they want to drink scotch, they can drink their scotch. Somebody was on earlier complaining. I said, oh no, we're going to talk about whatever I want to talk about because it's my channel. So bye. Like, I don't care. See you later. See you. Bye. Like,
What is it you drink these days? I don't even know.
me, I really I haven't been a drinker for a while, but I do like my tequila, I have to say. I do like my tequila, yes. I figure if you're going to do it, get the job done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trash
You
it.
get her
Trash
done.
it good.
I really don't get crazy with it either, which is surprising because it's tequila and I'm crazy. But no, it doesn't it doesn't really do that much. It's gets me there, but it doesn't make me a nut.
Yeah. I remember there's some quote or a poster or something to the effect of, the two inventions that allow you to make mistakes faster than any other human endeavor was tequila and handguns.
Two of my favorite things. Jesus,
Yeah.
I need to rethink my life.
It doesn't mean you have
life.
to make mistakes. It just enables you.
Yeah, it helps you along a little bit. Helps you a little bit with it. He said 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor. Oh, goodness gracious. These guys are funny. Like wine, especially because it's Venti's favorite. All right.
Whose favorite?
He said Venti's. Venti's favorite. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who Venti is.
Is that a reference to a person or the amount of wine? Doesn't that mean like large in Italian or something?
I think so. But I have a feeling he means he's thinking of a person. You'd only get that if you play Genshin Impact. Okay. Over our heads. All right. I don't play that one, so I don't know that one. But hey, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you to Sammy and Lonnie for popping in. And thank all of you guys for popping in. You guys know I love you to death. And LPL, it's always a pleasure. Thank you. And
Thanks.
P-Dubs, thanks for, hanging out with me, running the stream. And we'll see you all maybe, I don't know, whenever I feel like it. How about that?